Hello po at isang magandang Biyernes sa inyo lahat. Ngayon po ay November 4, 2022. Ito po ang first Friday ng November. At 51 days na lang, Pasko na. Christmas shopping na ba tayo? Kailangan po ay mag-start na po tayo dahil mahirap po maiwan sa Christmas rush. Mabuhay po kayo at welcome po sa The Stock Market Today. Ang special news natin today ay tungkol sa PLDT at ang kanyang 9-month earnings. Ako po si Benji Chidoro at ako po ay isang retired bank officer na nasa stock market na noong 2007. Ginagawa ko po ito araw-araw. Binabalita ko ang pinaka-latest news tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stocks sa Philippine market. At kung gusto niyo po ng content, niimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe sa ating channel. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gustong ipa-review o meron po kayong tanong tungkol sa stock market o sa wealth management, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Ang mga sinasabi ko po dito ay hindi po dapat i-take as financial advice. Get well soon to my cousin Mari. May awa ang Diyos. We're praying for your quick recovery. Huwag kayong alis dahil babahagi ko sa inyo ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading ngayong araw sa ating Philippine Stock Exchange. November 4, 2022. Dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Don't go away. Okay, tunghayan po natin ang ating financial headlines at ito po ay galing sa BDO Securities. BSP to match Fed's 75 basis points rate hike. Ito po ay balita natin yesterday. Government debt swells to 13.5 trillion pesos. Ito po yung kasama po dyan yung mga T-bills, mga bonds, and external borrowings. No? TEL reports 10% year-on-year growth in 9-month 22 earnings. Ito po ang ating main news. CNPF posts 6% growth in 9-month 22 profits. So mamaya po tingnan po natin si TEL at si CNPF. Sumitomo infuses additional 27.1 billion capital into RCB. And Alter Energy partners with Exeter for 6.8 megawatt hydropower project. So let's now go to our main news at ito po ay galing po ng Business World. PLDT earns 10.6 billion. Capex may top 85 billion guidance. PLDT Inc.'s third quarter net income attributable to equity holders increased 79% to 10.64 billion from 5.53 billion in the same period last year as consumers thrive on their digital lifestyles in the new normal, the company chief executive officer said. Service revenues for the period reached 49.40 billion, up 5% from 46.87 billion in the same period in 2021. PLDT officials reported during a briefing on Thursday. Non-service revenues rose 56% to 12.13 billion from 1.3 or 1.37 billion previously. In the third quarter, the company said that its earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization, or EBITDA, grew 2% to 25 billion compared to the same period last year. For the January to September period, the company saw its net income attributable to equity holders increase 45% to 27.38 billion from 18.85 pesos in the same period last year. Total revenues for the period went up 6% to 152.92 billion from 143.86 billion in the previous year. Consolidated EBITDA for the period increased by 6% or 4.3 billion to 75.4 billion. EBITDA margin was at 51%. PLDT Chief Finance Officer Annabel L. Chua said the company's consolidated EBITDA is trending to cross 100 billion for the full year despite the stressful economic conditions. Okay, yung Chief Finance Officer si Annabel Chua was my former office mate when I was still in Citibank. And that was quite a long time ago. Mga junior officers pa lang po kami. Ito ay Chief Finance Officer na po. Equivalent po to treasurer po ito. No? Treasurer ng bangko. Okay, the company's telco core income, which excludes impact of asset sales of Voyager Innovations, rose 10% or 2.3 billion to 25.4 billion. Okay, yan po ang ating main news at tingnan po natin ang commentary ni BDO Securities. Ano? Sabi niya, TEL's 9-month income results were in line with our estimates, about 75.7% of full year 22 forecast core earnings. However, we trim our full year 22 to 23 forecast EPS by 1.3 or 3% and our target price to 2,865 as we incorporate 1. Tempered EBITDA margin given escalating electricity and fuel costs. Number 2, accelerated depreciation of legacy 3G and copper technologies. And 3, higher full year 22 forecast CAPEX budget of 89 billion from 85 billion previously, with rising cost of imported equipment amidst a strong US dollar. We nonetheless keep our buy call on TEL with a new target price still implying potential upside of 28.4%. Telco's steady cash generation can also sustain healthy dividend yields. In our view, the stock also trades at reasonable valuations, which is at 5.1 times the full year EV or EBITDA versus the 5.8 regional peer average. So buy rating pa po siya pero na-reduce po yung kanyang target price. So another one that we have here is, okay, ito po yung summary ng PLDT, no? It's a reaffirmed buy and the target price is 2,065, decreased from the previous 2,190, or an implied upside based on yesterday's closing price of 28.4%. So home and enterprise post record quarters, wireless remains challenged, reaffirmed by of lower target price of 2,065. So that's PLDT. We have another one here from the BDO Research, Century Pacific Foods, maintained buy with lower target price. And the target price is 28.50, and this was decreased from 31 pesos, but based on the closing price of 24.20, there is an implied upside of 17.8%. So earnings is up 6.1% year on year. Price hikes to cushion impact of rising costs. Action valuation, the target price to 28.50, but there is a keep buy rating. So maintain buy pa rin siya. So that's our news for the day. So let's now go check the Philippine Stock Index on how it performed today. Alright, ito po ang ating index ay umakyat 29.42 points or 0.48%. Ang increase nasa 6185.63. At in the short and medium term ay paakyat po ang ating index Sa parabolic SAR ay, sell signal siya. Sell signal po siya. Merong dot dito po sa itaas. Ito po yun. Kasi mas mababa yung the closing price yesterday was 2606. Pero umakyat po siya. Oh, sorry, 6206. Hindi, 6156. Kaya 81, hindi ko nakita yung ano dito. Pero ano siya ha? Sell signal siya ha? Dito. Although, hindi pa umaabot ng overbought ang RSI. Okay. Sa ating market activity naman, 66 ang bumaba, 73 ang umabante, at 54 ang hindi nagbago. Ang all-share index ay umakyat ng 0.49%. Samantala naman, ang financials, holding companies, industrials at services ay umakyat. Ito po ay pinangunahan ng services at 1.40% ang akyat. Ang mining at properties ay bumaba. At properties ang malaking baba at 1.52%. Ngayon naman ay tingnan po natin ang most active stocks. Ang nag-figure out sa news kanina ay TEL at CNPF. Tingnan po natin yan. Pagkatapos tingnan po natin si SCC. Then URC. Pagkatapos naman ay MER at NIKL. Si NIKL po at MER at URC ay malaki po ang akyat nila. Kaya tignan po natin yan. So positive po tayo ngayon sa isang profit-taking Friday. Yan. Okay, TEL ay bullish po si TEL. At paakyat po siya. The last time ay nag-dip ay noong October 11, noong ang kanyang RSI ay nasa 29.84. Oversold po siya, no? So, kung nakabili po kayo dito at the closing price, nasa 14.02 po. Yan. Pagkatapos po ay tuloy-tuloy na po ang kanyang akyat. Nasa 16.14 na po ang akyat. Tingnan natin how much you've gained if you bought here and up to here. So, ang gain po natin, assuming that you bought at the closing price of 14.02 and you held on to it up to now, you could have gained almost 15%, 14.99 po dito. At 16 days lang po yan, 16 working days lang po yan. So malaki po ang itinaas ni PLDT since then for 16 days. So in the meantime, ang balik po natin dito sa exponential. Pinaka-support natin for PLDT ay nandito sa area to, nasa 1427, samantalang ang pinakamalapit na resistance, actually the 100-day exponential serves as resistance, nasa 1654. Yan po. Pagkatapos naman ay CNPF. Malaking kinita ni PLDT. Pero maliit lang yung inakyat niya, no? Pero dahan-dahan naman po yan. So moving sideways lang po sa CNPF. At kung ipa-plot po natin ang CNPF, mag-draw tayo ng isang Darvas box. Yan po ang galaw ni CNPF yan. So this is from July 5 up to the present, November 4. So mapapansin po natin na since October 12 ay sideways lang po ang movement dahil piercing through ang ating mga indicators. Ang ating support ay nandito po sa 2165, resistance at 2584. Support and resistance, di po yan exact points, areas po ito. And then SCC naman, si SCC had, bumaba si SCC. But there is an opportunity here. May opportunity po tayo dito. Dahil nag-oversold po siya noong November 2 at oversold na naman po siya today at 29.73. So, if you bought today, ito po yung oversold level niya. At 34.15, abangan po natin. Maaring meron pong upside po ito in the following days. No? So in the meantime, ang pinaka-support ni SCC ay nakikita ko po dito sa 33.04 to 34. No? At ang pinaka-resistance niya, pinakamalapit is the 100-day exponential moving average. Nandito po sa 38.53. Okay, after SCC, CURC naman tayo. So, meron po tayong, tingnan nga pala natin ang parabolic SAR nito. Yan, So, si SCC ay meron po siyang buy signal based dito sa RSI. Pero nahuli po lagi yung yung parabolic SAR na nauna po yung RSI sa buy. So, take for example here, yung overbought level niya is ito, So, ang level po niyan ng RSI, kung nauna po siya, nakabili po dapat kayo dito at this level, nasa 44.10. Yan. So, dapat dito kayo nag-sell. Pero ang sell signal dumating lang dito noong August 31, 44.10, ito po yung August 16. So, delayed siya ng mga 2 weeks. Okay. Pero dito, ay merong window of opportunity po tayo dito, Kasi dito, nag-oversold na. Nag-oversold uli dito, Pero, kung mapapansin po ninyo, the red candlestick is higher than the red candlestick here. Yan. So, ibig sabihin, merong possible positive divergence. Hindi ko na maalala yung term, but it's a good divergence, a positive one. Okay, after SCC, CURC naman. CURC kasi ay malaking akyat today. Ooh! Look at that! URC, ha? Maganda, ha? Ang akyat ni URC. And there was a dip here nung September 28, pero umabot lang sa 31.42 yung RSI, But here, kung susundan po natin ang parabolic SAR, there was a buy rating here, or a buy signal. Buy rating is for fundamentals. Sorry po. Anyway, ito po, Ito po yung buy signal niya. So, if you bought at the closing price here, at the first sign of the buy signal noong October 24, the closing price was 114. Pero ngayon ay nasa 126. Bilangin nga natin. Yan po, Mga 14% po ang kinita ninyo or meron kayong mark-to-market gain or paper gain na 14% in 1 week's time if you were able to bought at the buy signal noong October 24 where the closing price was 114. Okay, in the meantime, ang pinaka-support natin, yan, nandito po sa 108. The resistance, nandito po sa, hindi naman po ito breakout, Ito kasi ang breakout, Itong candlestick na ito is a breakout kasi merong above average volume plus a surge of 5.8% and nabit po niya yung previous resistance. Nandito po yung previous resistance. Nasa 120 po Ngayon, ang next resistance level ay nandito. So, yung nakikita niyo pong candlestick, continuation lang po yan. Kasi po, ito po ay breakout. Pagkatapos merong consolidation ng 3 days, nag-surge uli siya. Umakyat uli po siya. Yan po. So, resistance is at 128. Support is 120. Okay, and then MER. Nasa inyo si MER kamakailanman, May profits po yan. Naku, pataas talaga si MER. Paakyat na si MER, Ngayon, mapapansin nyo, based dito sa parabolic SAR, nagkaroon po siya ng oversold here. So, if you were able to buy at this level here nung September 30, we're assuming na nakabili kayo at the closing price. Assuming lang po. 263. Yan. Pero ngayon ay nasa 310. So, measure nga natin ang paper profit ninyo or yung mark-to-market gain. Your mark-to-market gain is 17 or almost 18%. Ang mark-to-market gain nyo, 24 bars, so that's about 3 weeks. More than 3 weeks. Ang kinita po ninyo, paper gain po yan. And when you sell it, nagiging realized gain. Yan. Pero kung hawak nyo pa yung stock, nakabili kayo sa isang mababang presyo, say, for example, ito 200, kung halimbawa 263 nyo nabili, tapos ang presyo ngayon ay 310, at hawak-hawak nyo pa yung stock, ang tawag po niyan is unrealized gain. Marirealize nyo lang yung gain kung binenta nyo ang stock. Okay? So far you have an unrealized gain of 17.79, but assuming that you sold it today at 310, you could have gained about 17.80%. Next, okay, support muna. Support is here. Nasa 271. Resistance is here at 314, nearest resistance. Finally, we have a mining stock, NIKL. Ano nangyari kay NIKL? Meron siyang mukhang breakout to. Yeah, mukhang breakout. And there is a buy rating here. NIKL din pala qualifies. Ano? So makikita nyo po, nung October 26, oversold po si NIKL. Nasa 28.95. Ang RSI niya ay below 30 and below. Ang RSI, oversold po yun. So, nasa 28.95, oversold po ang RSI. So, assuming that you were able to buy here at the oversold level nung October 26 ng closing price of 476. Tapos, nagkaroon siya ng, ngayon lang siya nagkaroon ng buy. So, nagkaroon lang siya ng buy signal based dito sa parabolic SAR ngayon lang. Samantalang yung buy sa RSI noon pang October 26. So, RSI basically is a leading indicator. Mas nauuna yung signal niya. So, if you were able to buy here, measure nga natin ang unrealized gain. Assuming hawak nyo pa yung stock. Yan. So, nasa 10.47%, 5 bars lang kinita niyo, or about 50 centavos, ano? 50 centavos in 5 days, not bad, ha? That's 10.47%. Okay, so support, nandito po, nasa 479, resistance is, actually resistance level na po ito, nasa 358. Okay, so yan po ang ating report sa stock market. Ika-4 ng Nobyembre, Biyernes. Ito po si Benji Chodoro, nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay at hanggang sa muli. Stay safe, God bless, and happy weekend. Bye for now.